Episode 3. I don't think. Another room in the lift room that I didn't go to.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Just saying
A
words.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's pretty nice.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
It would be really, really perfect if I could buy soda. Doesn't give me soda, you can. I guess I leave the room.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's a door here. I don't know how to open it. It's like a secret little card. I want to like take the lift and then go back.
My phone keeps dying.
Good gracious. Where's the other little door in this room?
Okay, so get on the platform,
Yeah.
and you see that like ledge over there? You have to drop down on.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Yeah.
wrong foot here.
So like when it goes
I'm
up,
not your enemy,
Yeah, okay.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Things
for
are
others?
everywhere.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know
Wait,
how
what
to
did the sign say?
convince you of this, but I really do
just said
want to
danger?
help you, to show you something beautiful.
Oh, goodness.
Look,
Danger
let me prove
everywhere.
it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
oh, I
Now
slightly
listen
moved my phone
carefully,
and
this
then
is
it stopped clicking.
important. Stanley
goodness.
walked through the red door.
The blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through
Oh
the
my
red
God.
door. I still don't
Colorblind.
think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Oh, my phone's not charging.
Don't
I'm gonna
let me
disconnect again.
stop you.
Crud,
Goodness.
go back, Surge.
Go back?
No, I'm not you. My phone is
Oh.
stopped charging.
Oh, okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've
Soda.
given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
Have you heard of the
take a
game
stab in
Soda
the dark
Drinker
at a new
Pro?
design, and you can give me some feedback.
What?
There we go. A third option.
That's
This
the next
already
game.
feels leaps ahead of
That's
where
the
we
plan
were
after this.
before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I didn't? It would be kind of funny.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I could say it's good, or I could troll him.
Don't troll him.
Hmm. You know, I'll be a good man. I'll give him a strong 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Oh, the leaderboard.
the leaderboard.
Oh my god. Where are we ranked?
Where am I?
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, you're kidding. Ask some friends for help. What?
Oh my god.
You're kidding me.
So mean.
That rat is better than me.
Well, I mean, rats are pretty cool. Ever seen Ratatouille?
I have. They're not our friends though.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Oh my god.
Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why
What?
don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
You did not. They did not do this to you. I don't believe it. They want you to do this for 4 hours? I don't believe it.
If you just let the baby die, then you can move on with the movie. But if you do it for 4 hours, you like that them down, and you get like what's technically an ending.
Fuck your baby. Fuck no baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yes, I
Because
hate
if it's the
babies.
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience.
Fuck no
for you.
baby.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
We play Tetris?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Ah, fascinating.
So in the
What is
original
game's
version of
about,
this game,
Stanley?
this was
What's our
Minecraft. They just took you with
backstory? What
Minecraft.
is our motivation?
Oh my god.
Well, it seems
But instead of
obvious to me that you are
Firewatch,
meant to
I think
play
this
as a
game is.
creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What? It was Minecraft.
Yeah, they just used the Minecraft voice sound effect in this game.
Is Minecraft a better graphics?
No, it can't be.
It's-
You're so right. Oh,
It is. It's an open world game. Good
Yes.
God, quickly block it off.
What?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
In a way.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
They got the
If you manage to get
Rocket
lost in this game, I will be
In the-
phenomenally impressed.
Stanley Parable?
Rocket League and Stanley Parable? That's crazy.
I got hit by
Okay, so what exactly
Rocket?
do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports ball.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Wow.
Huh.
The greatest game I've ever played.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my
I feel
miserable
like I'm
little
playing as
story
like a little
that I
rat.
worked so hard
It's so
on?
humongous.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. Hold on.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. I slipped on a banana.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have...
Oh no. Again? I'm gonna go by the void, please. What
The
in the
void.
world? This is what happens when you play Rocket League. It's too much to handle.
Too much Rocket League.
I didn't even know there was a hole. I just slipped. Oh. A keyboard. That's awesome. Where else do I go? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Good gracious. There's a guy in a closet I have to rescue. Oh no, this is still the same thing. New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
First it's like Rocket League, now it's gonna be like tic-tac-toe. Oh my god, it's a roller coaster.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This guy isn't British.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay,
Crashed.
so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Surely.
I don't think they programmed the elevator to move.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or up? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
These bricks are
I
interesting.
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Ooh. Ooh!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Ooh. Now this is
No, this is a game I can play.
a game I can play. I love jumping. Ooh.
I love jumping. I love Minecraft.
Doing a little two-step at the park like it's nothing. Oh shit. What happens when I reach 0? Oh. Some more. Is there like a button to get purchase more jumps? Oh shit.
No more jumping.
No more jumping.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Some boxes.
You're the one who wrote this story.
He's the one who made this game. He should have added like a jumping square or something. Well, that was pretty fun, honestly.
Maybe there is a jumping square down this elevator.
Stanley,
Jumping
I
triangle.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yeah.
The jumping
I
triangle.
knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh!
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
Oh my
What
goodness.
quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter
No.
and hold them personally accountable.
No.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Uh-oh. I'm sensing some gimmicks.
Sensing quite a few gimmicks.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Get me out
I
of
want
here.
to show you something.
Get me out of this game.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
I just keep going in between. You know, I'm going in the vent.
So it's giving you down.
Scary. Vent. There's fan. Awesome. Screwdriver. Oh my god.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh my
Just
God.
our little secret. Take a look.
Press.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Goodness. A globe. Release of the Stanley Parable. Yes.
Yes!
Yes. Like it's like the guy and it's like me on my wedding versus me when the Stanley Parable releases.
Gee. Me showing up to my wedding, me showing up to the Stanley Parable release.
Yes. So he likes his game and he likes
Couple
National
magazines.
Geographic, and he likes
Let's go through the door and see what else he likes.
Vince. He likes Damn, that's it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Yes.
Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
My
It was
goodness.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh my goodness gracious. In the basement.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
Yes.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, you got some new content.
Yeah, I found the new content.
Oh my god.
New content goes crazy.
They-
One fan jumped like 36 times.
Yeah, I jumped like 30 times. It was really fun.
Did you move all your
These were
jumps?
simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Wait, one fan.
Yeah?
Did you use all your jumps in the jump circle?
Yes.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
Wait,
It's just there's a
Hang
glitch
on.
you can do where if you
I don't
restart the
recall
game
this
while
part
you're
of the memory
inside of
zone
that jump
before.
circle, then you can just jump anywhere even fast.
Ooh.
But now that you don't have any jumps, it won't work.
I don't have any jumpies. Soda!
Soda.
And
Oh,
I got
wow.
the soda.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game
No.
distributor.
No.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
No.
with his humor and dialogue
No.
proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No.
Like I let these people down.
No.
Perhaps
No.
the Stanley Parable isn't
No.
quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only
No.
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto
Good
today,
job.
and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and Oh, you're
real.
back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it.
Oh my god.
Oh, well,
my
there,
God.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45...
Uh-oh.
Stanley!
Uh-oh.
Stanley!
No.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're Oh, Stanley.
No, you gotta stop.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all...
You are so rude.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything.
Shut up. No. 37 years.
Oh my god.
Sir?
Sir? I think you left your oven on.
Your refrigerator running?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
I don't think there's a secret back there.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
You're
the
crazy.
end, is never the end, is
Lost his
never
marbles.
the end, is never the end, is never the
I mean, he's been
end, is never
sitting
the
like
end, is...
for like a century at this point.
Oh god.
It's been a while for him.
What happens when you don't give me enough jumps in my jump circle? Oh god.
Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's.
This is a horror game. Oh wow, it's daytime.
Can't but wonder what you're meant to be doing here.
Okay, hit the button. Oh! Grass! Wow.
You touched
Have
grass.
you be like grass in my Stanley Parable?
Am I biggest
wow.
parable? Oh, it's on.
No more grass.
This is a horror game. Go back to the grass. Oh,
I think it's too late now for the grass.
I've ascended.
You're too far in one.
Whoa. Do I get to hit it again? No, I think I've ascended. Ascended to a greater plane. Oh my god.
A new Legend of Zelda.
This is the Legend of Zelda.
The new Legend of Zelda.
I'm free. I can go outside.
Now, just what were they cooking?
Something malicious is brewing. It needs the audacity to put me back here. After ascending like that. Okay. What other ending can I do?
Even now,
Have
Stanley's
you done
office was
any
a
of the
distant
leftover stuff?
memory. What
Have I
did it
done
look
what?
like? There was a
Any of the
computer,
stuff on the left
perhaps,
door?
and a painting. Was it
Stuff-
a painting?
Just the
or a
stuff on the left
photo?
door?
He
where
could
it's
no
like,
longer recall.
I did the normal Joe ending.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of other stuff on the left,
Okay.
but
Oh.
also
I think I'll
Is
do.
it-
I think I'll do one of the things on the left, and then I'll probably go.
When Stanley came to a set of
new-
two
new
open
and-
doors,
ignoring
he
the
entered
big
the
neon
door
sign
on
that
his
says new
left.
content.
The door that says new content. I think so.
There's more stuff there, but
Oh, okay.
Yet there was not
Isn't
a
there a guy in
single
a closet I
person
have to
here
rescue?
either. Feeling a wave
can't-
of
there's no guy in the
disbelief,
closet.
Stanley
But-
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I thought it sound here was like rescue Brandon from the broom closet or something. I guess they lied. Oh,
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
what if I stayed in the broom closet? What if I became the broom?
There was nothing here. No choice to make,
Yeah,
no
well,
path
no.
to follow, just an empty broom
My
closet.
favorite.
No reason to still be here.
I think the game's trying to tell you don't be here.
But I really
No,
like
you-
brooms.
You gotta get the broom
It
closet
was
ending, dude.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Hey, he's lying. I'm clicking the wrench.
Oh my god, dude.
Are you really
Crafting.
still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Get in the broom
Please
closet.
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I really like brooms.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet
Oh.
ending was my favorite."
Yeah, this is
I
my
hope your
favorite.
friends find this concerning.
Yeah.
Hey, it's either that or I'm in the
Stanley was fat and
94%.
ugly and really
What?
stupid. He probably only
No.
got the job because of a family connection. That's
No.
how stupid he is.
No.
That or with drug money.
No.
Also, Stanley is addicted to
What?
drugs and hookers.
Stop. No. Fuck you, British guy, you bitch.
Well, I've
Stop.
come to a very
Stop
definite
it.
conclusion about what's going on right now.
I'm dead.
You're dead.
No.
You got to this broom closet,
Oh.
explored it a bit,
You're
and
kidding
were just
me.
about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort
No.
shut down your central nervous system
No.
and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Stanley was fat
In
and
a
ugly and
situation
very,
like
very
this, the
stupid. You're
responsible
kidding.
thing is to alert someone nearby
No.
so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human
Oh my
physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I'm not listening to anything this guy says. He called me fat and ugly and stupid. And told me I died.
Just open the door.
I'm gonna wait another 10 seconds.
Nothing else happens until you step out of the door.
Oh, shucks. Okay, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Alright, now go back in.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the
Gaming
details. I'm
fungus?
not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh my god. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
What,
you going
upstairs to
down?
his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I want my computer
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
This happened to me one time.
I had one of those once.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? Woman, are you crazy?
The strange ending.
This... The mental breakdown ending.
Yeah.
I'm gonna alt F4.
But Stanley's
Why?
I'm done.
What?
I don't know if you noticed, but it's
It
2:33 a.m.
3:33.
2:33 a.m. The Insanity SMP waits for nobody.
I might come back, but I'm not gonna keep playing the I'm not gonna keep playing it.
Okay.
I'll play it again later, I bet.
Truth
Thank
be
you guys
told, I
for
think it might
It's a
you're
banger
banging
game,
about-
I gotta be real.
it's a
Yeah.
very good game.
Yes.
Got 3 achievements, yes.
Yes.
Good work.
Cracked at the craft. Oh, good gracious.
Ever been to the Binju Bongen amusement park?
That's just Cinderland.
Cinderland, yeah.
No, that's Cinderland. The Binju Bongen land is like the sister location.
But the Stop it!
What are you
Cinderland
trying
is
to
made by
say?
Benju Bongen.
Huh?
Lightning, what are you trying to say here? Like, what's the point you're trying to make?
It's always the
Of course it
sister.
is.
It's always the sister location, but never the brother location.
Yeah.
Well, the
Why is
brother
that?
location is Panda Deluxe Land.
There's no such thing. Because Cinderland is Panda Deluxe Land, and Panda Deluxe Land is Benju Bongen Land.
Well, it's like how Disney World is like the Magic Kingdom and like the Animal Kingdom. There's like the different sections of Cinderland.
Like,
What are you saying?
stop saying dumbass things.
I'm saying that there's a missile rapidly approaching your location.
Good gracious.
I think this girl might just be as crazy as Stanley Parable.
I actually know
Stanley
Stanley.
Smith. You know Stanley?
Stanley Peanut?
I had a dream one time.
Not Stanley Peanut.
I had a dream one time where I like kept waking up in the dream, and I was like knew I was dreaming, but I couldn't get myself to wake up, and it was scary.
That happened to me like once where I woke up, but then I didn't wake up. And
Yeah.
was silly.
Like when I actually woke up for real, I like could not tell if what I was experiencing was real or not.
The
So I
way
like,
to
woke up 20 times in the dream.
the way to know if you're dreaming or not is you pinch your nose and then try and breathe through it. And if you can breathe through your nose, you're dreaming. But
What if
you
I just
can't, then
pinch my
you're
nose and then I forget to breathe and then I die of suffocation though?
Ah. That's a Stanley move. You're not Stanley.
You're right.
Damn.
Why are all my people using the straight bridge with traffic instead of the fun one?
If you were in an epic rap battle, who would you be up against?
You could probably win a rap battle against Stanley. Because I don't think he's ever spoken before.
Yeah, and if he did, he'd probably just have a mental breakdown.
Okay, that's only one of the endings, Fletch.
You couldn't win against Mr. Beast though.
No, he'd have a mental breakdown in any ending. You seen what they've put him through, Lightning?
Yes, I have.
I'm gonna go. I might be back later because I think my sleep schedule's kind of destroyed anyways, but
How much later?
maybe in like an hour. I don't know.
Oh, I'll be dead by then.
Oh damn.
My
Oh,
sleep schedule is unfortunately not crushed to pieces, so I don't think I'll be back then.
That's
I
understandable.
will be crushing you to pieces, however.
That is very strange, and you should reconsider your life choices, I feel.
Welcome, poor
Okay.
boy.
Done.
Good night. Thanks for watching Benji Bongan. And thank you, Lightning, for buying me this game. Thank you. Bye.